Hi guys, myself Suman Kumar Naik, and today we are going to discuss about circular motion part 7. That is the vectorical representation of circular motion, which is we are going to discuss the displacement, velocity, acceleration of a particle while moving under circular motion. So what is the need of this vectorical representation? So vector means you are known that any physical quantity, okay, any physical quantity having magnitude and as well as directions. Okay, physical quantity having magnitudes and directions. So magnitude gives its amount, and direction gives that in which point we have to move or in which line we have to move. Okay, direction, particular direction. Okay, so physical quantities like acceleration, force. Okay, as like this. So we are going to discuss the vectorical representation. So vectorical representation will help us, as we have assumed before that the velocity direction is perpendicular to the radial direction, and we have also taken that the centripetal acceleration is equal to SC equal to m v square by r. Sorry, v square by r. Okay, or omega square r. Centripetal acceleration as we have taken the modulus only, but here we will prove taking the vectorical direction. We can prove that why the velocity is perpendicular to radius and why the centripetal acceleration is so. So why the magnitude is so. Okay, let's start. So let's draw a circle because we are counting the circular motion. Okay, circle. Suppose this is our origin or center. Sorry, center. Okay, suppose I denote it as O. Okay, then suppose this direction I take as positive x-axis OX, and this direction as positive y-axis OY. Okay, suppose my particle is here, P point, at P. Then the line joining from O to P, that is our radius. The radius making theta angle with respect to positive x-axis. Okay, so positive x-axis making radius is making positive theta angle with positive x-axis. Okay, then the line extending from radius to our outward, that is radial direction. Suppose I denote this radial direction or the unit vector along this radial direction as ER vector. Okay, this is ER vector. This is our unit vector along the radial direction. Okay, the tangential, suppose I take this tangential direction. So at point P, the tangential direction may be this one, or maybe this one. Suppose I am taking the particle is moving in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, in anti-clockwise direction. So this will be our tangential direction. Suppose the unit vector along this tangential direction, I represent this as ET vector. Okay, so we have to prove that this is 90 degree. The angle between unit vector from radial direction and the tangential vector have the angle making 90 degree. Okay, we have to prove this angle 90 degree. So first we have to show the vectorical representation of this vector, of these two vectors. Okay, so let's draw P M parallel to OX or positive x-axis. So this will be our treated as positive x-axis direction. Okay, so this angle theta and this angle will be theta because these two angles are corresponding angles. Okay, so this angle theta, then this ET vector. Okay, let this Pn, this Pn. Okay, this is our Pn. Suppose Pn is parallel to OY, mean Pn is parallel to positive y-axis. Okay, so what is the angle, this angle or the unit vector along this tangential direction making which type of angle with positive y-axis? Okay, so let's see that this is a plane. So this angle will be total 180 degree. 180. So suppose this is 90 degree. We assume that this is 90 degree. Then we will prove that this is 90 degree. Okay. Suppose we are assuming that the radial direction is perpendicular to tangential direction. Okay, suppose this is 90 degree and this is also 90 degree because this is on a plane. So if this and okay, then this is our 90 degree and this is theta. If this angle is theta, then this angle will be 90 minus theta because these two angles, adding these two angles making perpendicular direction and 90 degree. Okay, so let's say this is 90 minus theta. So if this is 90 degree and this is 90 minus theta, so this angle will be obviously theta. Okay, then we will show the expression for a radial vector and the unit radial vector and unit tangential vector. Okay, then we will dot product them, for which if their dot product comes 0, then the angle between radial vector and tangential vector is 90 degree. Okay, so we are first assuming that the tangential vector and radial vector are incidented with respect to each other with 90 degree. Okay, so see, right, this is theta and this is our theta. This is our theta. And this is also our theta. Okay. Then ER vector. So when we have to reach along the direction of ER vector, or we have to go, or we have to move along the direction of ER vector. So we have to first move in x-axis direction, then we have to move in y-axis direction. Then we can reach at any point on the line ER vector. Okay. So what would be our line chosen? What should be our preferable line chosen? Okay. So I am erasing this. Okay. First we have to move along x-axis direction, positive x-axis direction. Okay. Suppose this is our. Suppose we have to considering that our suppose we are considering that this is unit distance we have covered. Suppose we are moving along ER vector direction and we cover the only unit distance covered. So this is our modulus 1, or this magnitude of this line is 1. Okay. So if this is 1, so the component along this positive x-axis will be 1 into cos theta. So this will be cos theta. So we have to move cos theta I cap plus. Then we have to move along y-axis, that is the component along positive y-axis is sin theta. So sin theta j cap. And you also remember that this is a unit vector ER vector. So its magnitude is always 1 because the unit vector has magnitude 1. We have also known that. So we have not to assume this one. Only we have to prefer that this is unit vector and we have to take its magnitude into account. So this is 1. So our unit vector is magnitude 1, so its component along positive x-axis is cos theta, and the component along this positive y-axis is sin theta. So we have to first move along x-axis direction and then along y-axis direction to reach this point. Suppose this point is PM, M suppose. Okay. Then we represent or calculate the vectorical representation of this unit vector along the tangential direction, ET vector. Okay. This is our ET vector. Okay. So ET vector is making angle theta with respect to y-axis and making 90 minus theta. If I extend this like this is our negative x-axis. Okay, this is our positive x-axis. So this making 90 minus theta with respect to negative x-axis. Okay. So its component. So this is a unit vector. So its magnitude also 1. ET vector magnitude is also 1. This is a unit vector. So its component along negative x-axis is minus cos theta. Sorry, minus sin theta, because cos of 90 minus theta, because this is making 90 minus theta angle with respect to negative x-axis. So this would be what? Negative x-axis making means this is our minus sin theta. Minus sin theta I cap plus making theta angle with respect to positive y-axis. So this would be our what? unity vector is making 90 minus theta with respect to negative x-axis. So cos of 90 minus theta, that is sin theta. As we are moving along the opposite direction to the positive x-axis, so this is our minus sign. Okay. So our component along positive y-axis, that is cos, that is sin of 90 minus theta, मतलब cos theta z. Okay. So I am erasing this. Only I am erasing this. Okay. Then our radial vector, r vector. Not I am considering not the unit vector. I am considering the radial vector. Okay. The radial vector is equal to unit vector into modulus of radial vector, because as we are calculating any vector, so any unit vector is a magnitude of suppose we are calculating any unit vector. So any unit vector is represented as any vector upon its magnitude. Okay, so like this, r vector equal to r cap into r vector modulus. So here look this, r vector modulus can be written as r. We are assuming that suppose our radius, so r vector modulus means our radius, so this is r. Okay, so r cap is the unit vector along the radial direction. Okay, that is our ER vector. So r cap can be written as ER vector. So ER vector is this. Okay, so r vector equal to r into ER vector. Okay, so then we can write r vector equal to r into ER vector. Okay, then this is our r vector. So this is our radial vector. Suppose at any point we are moving, our displacement is continuously changing. Okay, this is our radius, this is our radial vector for this point, and this point would be radial vector, this r vector. Okay, so our point, from point to point, our displacement is continuously changing. So differentiating this with respect to time, r vector with respect to time, because we are doing this to get velocity. Then velocity is also, the magnitude of velocity may be changed or may not be changed, but its direction is continuously changing. So our velocity direction is though our velocity direction is continuously changing, so acceleration term also arises. So for which we can calculate the expression for acceleration and velocity as well as like that. So differentiating with respect to time. Okay. dr vector by dt. This is r is constant, so it will be out of the derivative. Okay, so r into, so I cap is constant, j cap is constant, because the unit vectors are along positive x-axis and positive y-axis. Okay, so this unit vector has a magnitude 1 always. So this unit vector has a magnitude 1. Okay, so we have to only differentiate only cos theta. So differentiating cos theta with respect to time, so it would be minus sin theta into d theta by dt into I cap plus cos theta into d theta by dt into j. Okay, like this. Okay, this is gr vector, that is v vector equal to r into, so d theta by dt is our omega, change in angular displacement with respect to change in time. This is our omega, so it would come outward, r omega outside of the bracket. So rewriting this, minus sin theta I cap plus cos theta j cap. Okay, so v vector equal to r omega, and this vector is our tangential vector, et vector. Okay, so from this expression we know that our direction of velocity is along the tangential direction. So we have not proved yet that the tangential vector and the radial vector are perpendicular to each other. So let's take their dot product. Okay, here vector is I cap cos theta plus j cap sin theta, and et vector is minus sin theta I cap plus cos theta j cap. Let's take their dot product. Er vector dot et vector. So I cap 1. So cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta sin theta, and here j cap 1. So sin theta into cos theta, that is plus sin theta cos theta. So er dot et, that is cancels, both are cancelled, and that is 0. So when the dot product between two vectors are 0, then we means that the angle between two vectors are 0 degree. Okay. So here we have proved. Then our velocity is the direction of our velocity is continuously changing, for which the circular motion is continuing, because at any point to point, our direction of velocity is changing continuously. Here the tangential direction, here the tangential direction, here the tangential direction, here the tangential direction. So continuously changing its direction. But magnitude may be changed or may not be changed. Okay. So let's differentiate with respect to time. So dv vector by dt equal to r omega. Okay, sorry. So r is constant. So r will come outside. D by dt of omega into minus sin theta I cap plus cos theta j cap. Okay. Then erasing this. So this is our dv vector by dt, change in change in velocity with respect to change in time. That is our acceleration, means our net acceleration, a net. Okay. So r here. So we have to calculate this using product rule. Okay. So d omega by dt into et vector. So erasing this plus plus omega into d by dt of et vector. Okay. So a net equal to r d omega by dt et vector. Okay. Plus omega d by dt of minus sin theta I cap plus cos theta j cap. Right. Then a net equal to, so we can take this r into inside of this derivative, because the constant can be come outside of the derivative and can come to the inside of the derivative. Okay. So d by dt of r omega into et vector plus, so omega. So here we have r, we have to multiply both sides, r omega. So this is r omega, and d by dt of minus sin theta I cap plus cos theta j cap. Similarly, we have considered the I cap and j cap as constant as before. So here also I cap and j cap are constant. So we have to only differentiate only minus sin theta and cos theta. Okay. So sin theta, derivative of sin theta is cos theta, that is minus of sin theta is minus of cos theta. Minus of sin theta, derivative of minus of sin theta, that is minus of cos theta. So minus cos theta I cap plus the differentiating cos theta with respect to time. Sorry, here minus differentiating sin theta with respect to time, that is minus cos theta into d theta by dt, because according to chain rule I get. Okay. So here differentiating cos theta with respect to time, that is our minus sin theta into d theta by dt into j cap. Okay. That is our a net equal to d by dt of r omega, that is the modulus of the velocity. So we can write r omega as the modulus of velocity d by dt of v ro modulus et vector plus, that is omega, this is omega and this is omega, can be taken outside of the bracket. So here we take omega and this will be r omega square of minus cos theta I cap minus sin theta j cap. Okay, so a net equal to finally d of v modulus with respect to time into et vector plus omega square r into, this is if we are taking common minus, we are taking minus as common. Okay, so this will be minus common, this is our minus common, and this will be remain that cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. Okay, and our a net equal to dv vector by dt vector plus omega, this is our minus, so plus minus 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 omega square r, this is our ER vector as we have done before, ER vector. So what this expression shows and what we learn from this expression. So let's take circle. Okay, this is no circle, this is our circle. Okay, so along et vector, this is our modulus, along ER vector, this is our modulus. Okay, so taking, suppose this is our center O. Okay, so let's say our point is here P. So taking along radial direction, this is our ER vector and this is our et vector. Suppose a particle is moving along anti-clockwise direction, yes, like this. Okay, so the modulus along ER vector is minus omega square r, means minus shows what? Minus shows the, it is the magnitude of this value, magnitude of this vector is omega square r, means omega square r is the radial vector magnitude or the radial acceleration magnitude. The acceleration along this radial direction and magnitude is omega square r, but it is acting in the opposite direction to the radial direction. So radial direction is outward to the circle, but the acceleration is working inward to the circle. Okay, so this is our centripetal acceleration, for which the particle is continuously changing its direction, not magnitude, continuously changing its direction, velocity of direction. Okay, so our magnitude is omega square r and minus sign represents that its direction is opposite to the radial direction. Okay, then tangential direction, this is the magnitude, mean this refers to what? This refers that change in modulus of velocity or the change in magnitude of velocity with respect to time. So this is our tangential acceleration, because tangential acceleration is formed only due to the change in magnitude of velocity with respect to change in time. Okay, so this is our, so we finally calculate that our at vector modulus equal to dv modulus by dt and ac vector modulus equal to omega square r, and it is acting in the direction opposite to the radial direction. The radial direction is outward the circle. This is ER vector and this is opposite to the ER vector. Okay, so that's all. So I am trying to say like this, and I have proved that we have considered the centripetal acceleration and tangential acceleration taking account its magnitude only. Not we have proved the directions are perpendicular to each other. So if the direction ER vector and et vector are perpendicular to each other, so the acceleration and so the tangential acceleration and the centripetal acceleration acting along the directions are also always perpendicular, because the direction of SC is the opposite to ER vector, but along the ER vector. Okay, that is, suppose this is our AT, so this is our S, suppose this is our S vector, so this is our AT, so we can dot product them and calculate the dot product is 0 for which the SC vector and AT vector are perpendicular to each other. And that's all. That's all the vectorical representation of the particle moving under velocity and acceleration and displacement under circular motion. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching.